My name is Brian, and welcome back to Desert Theory. Well, today it's a little bit different than normal. We're filming at the Manvitational.
Are you ready for the 6th annual Manvitational? You get to be a man for free. No qualm, no wives tell you to settle down. No kids looking at you like you're a crazy dad. It's time to have some fun. The name of the game is to keep your team leader dry. It's a dry t-shirt contest. All right? Notice that we have buckets of incendiary devices, just kidding. Buckets of water balloons to throw at the team leaders. You have to get from point A to point B running backwards this year. Okay? Running backwards and staying dry. On my mark! Unleash hell! Go! Alright, real quick. Sorry, screw up here right now. Sorry, screw up. Tyler, on your mark. Set, go! Get right here. Let's have all the team leaders over here! All the team leaders over here! Am I? I think I won. Wave it up. On the front of them.
You get to judge.
So there's tracks and things like that.
So this event's called Mike's Wild Hayride. So what they have to do is put on some chainsaw shafts, a hard hat. They have to get on the wagon. They need to drive around, and then they're gonna, to make it safer, they're gonna stop and switch drivers each time. So obviously safety is the first thing in mind here, and we'll see what happens with Jason's team here in Mike's Wild Hayride.
Jump on, jump on! We're making great time, guys! We're making great time! Go, 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 go!
Okay, so this is a pretty cool event. It is through the tires, stepping, fast stepping, high stepping through the tires, over to the tire throw that's got to be into the tire, to the tire install on the mower deck, which is a little bit harder because it doesn't have any studs, and then onto a tire flip. So let's see how they do.
It's yours! It's yours! Take it!
Yeah, there's baby.
Take it!
Let's go! Make up for time, James.
Yeah.
Come on, get on there, baby. They gotta be tight. They just have to hit. They're gonna like they're going in right.
Just it.
Got that 3 of them.
Yeah.
Here we go. 57.
So it looks like this event is a forklift combined with parallel parking and tractor skills.
Tip the forks. Tip the forks. Yeah.
Okay, the next event we're walking up to is the lawnmower race. It's just the fastest through the cones. Now you may ask yourself what the life jacket is for. Well, that's because last year's event, the tractor went into the pond.
Yeah, it was.
We've now stepped up to the worst event here. This is a root beer chug, rebar bend, and a log carry. So chugging an ice cold root beer. Then 3 burpees.
It's not brunch.
And with Dustin here, you're obviously witnessing a world champion. His shirt says it. I'm gonna try and spill most of mine.
You can't, it's a penalty. Yeah. Right. Oh wait, I forgot to do my burpees.
Backwards log carry. Around the rebar artwork.
To the line.
Woo!
All right.
Hey, bend the rebar. That's it.
Whoop.
Oh no!
No. Oh no! Yeah.
Okay, so out of the Manvitational, this is the domestic event. This is a fold your bed sheet, cut a carrot, change the baby's diaper, knock a mom out of the way to get in the car to go get your formula.
Everybody's gonna make a lot of time on this baby change. On your mark, get set, go.
All right. Didn't have it ready. Dang it. Oh, that's gonna kill it.
That's the difference between first
You got it.
right there, Marcus.
All right, this is Jungle Escape, escaping from monkeypox.
Go. Got it. Go. Got it.
Okay, so this is just a fun event. It's awesome. Just did the Mike's Wild Hayride. We had a pretty good time, I think. Now we're gonna do the Viking. So you gotta put a Viking hat on and you have to pull that. It looks like you have to pull it across the finish line down here. So, pretty cool. This is just too cool. All these guys do all this work, spend all this time, all this money, and they do this. It's awesome.
Set. Go. Nice. Go. Awesome. Go.
Okay, so we're heading to the edged weapons piece of the competition. Axe throwing, knife throwing, hatchet throwing.
Sweet.
Okay, man, cool.
All right. Does that? We have to throw this at the center one. We're throwing this at the center one.
Yeah.
Well, the edged weapon event was yet again another failure for me.
All right. I got the winning crew right here. Yeah. Woo.
All right, this is the hammer nail, screw, and a saw event.
Go. Nice. Take it. Very nice. 5 seconds. Oh! Nice job. 20.2.
You only have to catch one. It's yours, all yours, Andy.
Well, Peter. You got that?
Not. Oh!
Don't give up.
I know. I didn't know where it was.
I know exactly where it went. You get 2 shots.
Oh, you good. All right.
Come on, Peter.
Oh, that's yours. Yep. Yeah. That almost went through. I was gonna say. Rapid fire. That's.
At third place, he's been here before. He knows what he's doing. Soren Carlson, come on down. In second place, one of our newer competitors, but I had him as a dark horse, Eric Sogard. All the way from Tennessee. He drove from Tennessee for what, 3 or 4 days straight with kids screaming in his ear just so he could compete. Let's hear it for Eric. And in first place, this one's a big one because I feel like this win is a legacy win. Keeping it in the family. Brandon Sieber, come on down! His dad's won it, now he's won it.
Wow.
Now, as usual, we'd like to make sure that if you won one of these things, it should be displayed proudly somewhere in your house. The garage is okay, but I think on your bedside table, your wife is really going to want to look at that every time she walks in the room, okay? Or on the mantle above the fireplace. Should stay there, especially during Christmas time, all right? Present it with pride. I would like to thank Mike and Amy Ferguson. Every single year, they offer their beautiful property to us so that we can have this.
And let us destroy it.
And let us destroy it. But it's the behind-the-scenes things that we don't see. We don't see Mike and Amy tirelessly working on this property to make sure it's really nice for us so that we can use it for this this event. So let's give a really, really loud round of applause. Amy, where are you? Thank you so much for having us. We had so much fun. She broke her wrist, so sorry.
For this.
And I think, honestly, the best win, nobody got hurt this year, yeah! No tractors in the pond, yeah! Thanks again, everybody, for being here. Enjoy your time while you're here. Go out with the kids. Don't play on the heavy operating equipment. There's a little bit more food, I think, right, Guns? There's a little bit more food. There's music. It's a party. Let's have a good time. Thanks for coming.
Okay, so I'm here with the 3 masterminds of this event, and I really need to ask these guys what makes them put in all this time, all this effort, and all this money to make this event for all of us. So, Jason, why do you do this?
We want to make sure men learn how to have fun again. A lot of times you have a good time when you're a kid, then you have kids yourself, and you feel like that's just it. We wanted to make sure we had an event where the dads could kind of cut loose a little bit and have a good time.
One of the things I've learned living here is that anybody will play given the opportunity. I saw my 19, 20, 22-year-old kids play like kids when they had the opportunity. We had an event here, Dustin and I, the origin of it, I'm not sure if you told him or not, but the origin of the Manvitational was about 8 years ago. We were doing an event here. We had a couple little things like a lawnmower race and some knife throwing. Dustin leans over to me and goes, "Mike, you know what would make this awesome? Is if the kids weren't here." And so we laughed about it. Dustin came up with the name Manvitational. We laughed about it and joked about doing an event for a couple years, and then as a kind of a going away party, as when he moved away from the area, we threw our first Manvitational. And what we found was that it was men love to play given the opportunity. So, and it's just it's fun to continue that and see everybody come and have a good time. But
The other thing about it is that it plays into the competitive nature of men also.
Yeah.
And so you can come out and you can play and you can have fun, but as soon as you make it a competition, people show up and they're really into it, and they're laughing and they're cheering on people they're competing against and helping each other get through it. But I think kind of fundamentally there is this sort of, we like that drive to compete, but at the same time, people just have, there's a silliness to it. And when you realize that the skills that are being tested here, they're not really any life skills that are required for anything, but it does kind of test you a little bit. And I think people just, the ones who come and have fun, get it, and they understand. I think that's why we kind of have done it more than just one time, is just people have had such a good time.
When people are unsure if they think they'll like the Manvitational, one of the things I ask them is, I ask them, are you the kind of guy that can turn rock skipping into a competition? And if the answer is yes, they'll love it.
Okay. Well, this is one of my favorite events of the entire year, every year. So I just want to personally thank all of you guys.
The winner of the Golden Diaper, Joshua Plum.
Wait, it says concrete excavation on the back.
That's pretty good.
All I can do is tractors. And domestic.